Good day, problem seekers. It's me again. Welcome to the 6th episode of the Equationators math class. This is student teacher Nash, and today we are going to talk the 6th MELC's base module of mathematics grade 10. Find the nth term of a geometric sequence. Are you ready? Halina't matuto. Our class objective. By the end of the class, student will be able to confidently determine the nth term of a geometric sequence through understanding the concept of common ratio and applying it to a variety of problem-solving scenarios. And today, I'm gonna show you how to find the nth term of geometric sequence and geometric means. General idea. The formula in finding the nth term of a geometric sequence is a sub n equals a sub 1 ratio n minus 1, wherein an nth term is a sub 1 first term, r is common ratio, n is number of terms. Example number 1. Using the sequence 5, 10, 20, we identified the 7th term and the 10th term. For the 7th term, given is a sub 1 is equal to 5. Common ratio is 2 and nth term is 7. Why is the common ratio is 2? So the a sub 1 is 5 and a sub 2 is 10 and a sub 3 is 20. So the sequence is 5, 10, and 20. So 10 is divided to 5. So 10 divided by 5 is 2. Therefore, their common ratio is 2. So, the formula used is a sub n equals a sub 1 r n minus 1. So, the a sub n is a sub 7. So, the value of a sub 1 is 5. And the value of ratio is 2. So, the value of n is 7. So bring down 5 and bring down 2. You need to subtract the 7 and 1. So 7 minus 1 is equals to 6. So a sub 7 is equals to bring down 5. And so 2 raised to 6 is 64 because you need to raise the 2 into 6. So 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16, 16 times 2 is 32, and so 32 is times 2 is 64, so the answer is 64. So next process is you need to times the 5 and the 64, so 5 times 64 is 320, so the a sub 7 is 320. So same formula, so a sub n is equals to a sub 1 r minus 1. So the equivalent of a sub n is a sub 10, and the a sub 1 is 5. So ratio is 2 and n is 10 minus 1. So bring down a sub 10 and bring down 5 and the 2, and 10 minus 1 is 9. So bring down a sub 10 is equal to bring down to a sub 5, and 2 raised to 9 is is 512 because you need to raise the 2 into 9. So 2 times 2 is 4, so 4 times 2 is 8, so 8 times 2 is 16, so 16 times 2 is 32, so 32 times 2 is 64, so 64 times 2 is 128, and 128 times 2 is 256, so 256 times 2 is 512. So the answer is 512. So next process, you need to multiply the 5 and the 512. So 5 times 512 is 2,560. So the a sub 10 is 2,560. Example number 2. What is the seventh term of a geometric sequence whose fourth term is 128 and common ratio equals to 4? To begin with the problem, you must have to analyze carefully what does it ask for. The problem is asking for the seventh term, but the first term was not given. First, identify the given values and the unknown variables. Given fourth term A, so 128. Common ratio is 4. There are two unknowns. We have a sub 1 and a sub 7. Let's have the formula. A sub n is equal to a sub 1 r n minus 1. First, there are two unknowns in the problem, and to solve, we need to solve it. Since the given term is the fourth term, which is 128, we can use it to solve for the value of a sub 1, substitute the value of a sub 4, which is 128. So n, which is 4, and r, which is 4 in the formula. So a sub n is equals to a sub 1 r n minus 1. So the given is a sub 1 is unknown, common ratio is 4, and the a sub 4 is 128. So the formula we use is a sub n equals a sub 1 ratio n minus 1. So the value of a sub n is 128. So the a sub 1 is unknown. So the common ratio is 4, and the n is 4 minus 1. So bring down the 128 and bring down the a sub 1 and bring down the 4. And 4 minus 1 is 3. So bring down the 128, bring down the a sub 1, and 4 raised to 3. So the answer is 64. So bring down the 128, so times the 64 and a sub 1, so the answer is 64 a sub 1. So you need to divide the 64 in her same value. So 64 divided by 64 is cancel out. So 64 divided by 128 is 2. So the a sub 1 is 2. Now we need to find the a sub 7. So the formula we use is a sub n equals a sub 1 ratio n minus 1. So the value of a sub n is a sub 8. So equals the value of a sub 1 is 2. And the ratio is 4. And the n is 7 minus 1. So bring down a sub 2 and bring down the 2 and bring down the 4. So 7 minus 1 is 6. So bring down the a sub 7 and equals to bring down the a sub 2. So 4 raised to 6 is you need to raise the 4 into 6. So 4 times 4 is equal to 16. So 16 times 4, 64. And 64 times 4 is 256. And 256 times 4 is 1024. 1024 times 4 is 4096. So bring down a sub 7. So you need to multiply the 4096 and the 2. So 4096 times 2 is 8192. So the a sub 7 is equals 8,192. Thank you for listening. I hope that you learned something about my discussion. Again, this is Jonas Mandeoya, your student teacher, mathematics in grade 10.